Hi there, Tracy Gray here. Today I'd like to talk about our bad posture and how that affects what happens at our shoulder joint, and then how we can sometimes bring that bad posture in the shoulder joint into our asana practice without realizing that we're doing it. And so we all know that classic bad posture that we get. Chin protrudes forwards. If you're sitting at a desk, at a keyboard, or at a steering wheel, then we've got this rounded back, and the shoulders also come forward as well. And what happens at the shoulder joint is also there's an internal rotation because those arms are in front of us. And so what we need to do is start to externally rotate our shoulders more. That'll work the muscles in the upper back as well. And it opens up the chest, giving us a lot more ease with our breath. And so we can feel that ourselves. If we bring our arms up into this cactus arms position, so you want the elbows about shoulder height, palms face forwards, and we've already got this external rotation going on in the shoulders. So we get this really nice opening here through the chest. And then if you bring the hands down, keeping the elbows at shoulder height, we're internally rotating. We find that we will naturally round through the upper back. As we inhale and lift the hands up, we get this external rotation. We get a nice opening through the front. So that will naturally bring our thoracic spine, our upper back, into a little bit of a back bend. Whereas when the hands come in and when we internally rotate at the shoulders, that's going to give us our rounded and kyphotic upper back again. So just by externally rotating, we feel that bit of a back bend happening. And so in our asana practice, we should use the asana practice to help correct our bad posture that we pick up during the day. So it will make a lot of sense to do this external rotation in a lot of our postures. What I find, however, though, is that people still tend to internally rotate, particularly in postures where they're leaning forward. And so the problem when we're internally rotating and lifting an arm up is we get impingement. So if we have a look at this little guy here, my little skeleton, we've got what we call the acromion process here, just in the front there, that bone. And you'll notice that if you lift your arm out to the side and with the arm internally rotated there, you'll find that it catches. It can't lift any higher. So the only way to lift that arm higher is to then externally rotate, and then it goes up. So how do we do this in our yoga practice? Well, firstly, try it standing up. So bring the arms out in front. Keep the shoulders as relaxed as possible. Let the elbows drop a little, because as soon as the elbows drop, we're starting to get some external rotation. You'll notice if you lift the elbows, we're already hunching and internally rotating. So if I ask you to open the arms from this position, great, nice and easy, a nice way to take a full breath in when we spread those arms. And that's a great position to have, nice and open through the front of the shoulder, through the chest. And so if we now lean forward and we come into our revolved triangle position, so you can have a go, you can step forward with your right leg if you wish. Lean forward, notice how do you lift that arm? What I see happening a lot is the arm comes back. The shoulder rolls in and your palm is facing behind you. So when we translate this to standing, notice that that shoulder's rolled in. So how do we make sure when we lift up into Revolve Triangle to get this nice open position? Well, first lengthen through the front of the spine. Navel forward, heart forward, spread the collarbones. So spreading the collarbones is already going to help encourage a bit of that external rotation. Make sure when you twist that you always twist from your core, so around the navel, just below the navel. And so you spin that first, spin through the spine. As you lift the shoulder and then lift the elbow, make sure that your hand floats up past your face. So if you know that your hand's floating up past your hip, you're internally rotating. So let that hand float up past the face. Keep lifting the elbow as high as you can go, because that's going to encourage the maximum rotation through the spine. And then just unhinge at the elbow and you'll find the palm will naturally be facing outwards. And we've got that really lovely external rotation happening, and you've got a nice opening here through the front of the shoulder and the chest. So have a go. Notice what you tend to naturally do. Do you lift that arm up and internally rotate, or do you find that really nice opening, that external rotation, to help improve that posture around our shoulders? So I'll be discussing this and a lot more things that go wrong with our posture and how we correct them in a workshop at Viroga Yoga Studio down at Brighton. And that's on Sunday the 11th of March from 1 to 4 p.m. Details will be with this post and up on my website. So check it out and I hope to see you then. If you've got any questions, just add them to the post and I'll get back to you. Thanks for watching.